Hello. Dog just got up on the couch. Say hi, Chevelle. Coming in, I know these videos in this outfit will be a little rambly. It's been kind of gross outside and I'm not feeling the best fibro-wise, so attention span is hard to come by right now, but I'm trying to knock out these videos to kind of help people while it's on my mind. So I did a video a little bit earlier about why I don't take Cymbalta. I don't take anything that has been prescribed by a doctor anymore because the Cymbalta made my mind just complete shit. I couldn't remember anything. And then the Plaquenil, turns out I hadn't really been warned about everything that could really happen to me, and I love having my eyesight. So I don't take that anymore for rheumatoid arthritis. I do have a video about the supplements that I take for those lovely conditions. And then for flare-up pain, I would love to talk a little bit about a few things that I have in my arsenal. So for RA, when I have pain that I can pinpoint, because with fibro, I don't know about the rest of you, but when I have fibro pain, it's not something that I can go, oh wow, my arm hurts, or, you know, my knee hurts. It's not like that. It is literally all over, and when it's not all over, it jumps constantly. So by the time I would take something, it wouldn't make any sense because the pain is literally everywhere. So I don't really have the option to take like a narcotic for a really bad pain that I know is going to migrate or go away for a few hours and then come back. So I have things like this for the RA pain. I hope that's not backwards. And this is Bonnie's Balm's Pain Eraser, and you can get it at bonniesbalm.com. And it's made here in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. So this has, well, maybe it won't tell me. Oh, there it is, sunflower. So it has arnica, white willow, and clove, which are three things. Clove oil is why dentist office smell the shitty way they do. White willow is like aspirin, and then arnica obviously helps with like muscle pain and bruises and things like that. So this actually really helps when my wrists are killing me and my ankles are killing me because of RA. And then when I start to have a flare for fibro pain, it also really tends to attack like my hands from like here to like here maybe. I just have really intense pain, and then in my ankles down. So I can put this stuff on, and it smells like peanuts. I don't know, it has kind of a okay smell. My little stepdaughter has arthritis as well, and we've used this on her, and it really helps her. And yeah, it's just a little oil. You don't need a whole lot, but we've used, let's see, I don't know if you can tell, quite a bit. So that is really helpful for pain that I can spot. Pain that that is probably more RA than fibro, unless it's a huge flare, in which case it is the fibro starting. And also, I don't know if anyone else has this, but when my fibro flares start, it's like my ankles, my wrists, and I feel it like just an unsettled, really achy feeling in my spine too. I don't know if anyone else gets that, but the spine thing is normally how I know I'm about to need to lay down for a good time. Because I'm never gonna get up for the rest of the day if that starts to happen. So also, I don't know if you guys are in states where weed is legal. I don't smoke, never even smoked a cigarette in my life, don't want to. I hate the smell of marijuana, I can't stand it. But I will eat it because it fucking helps. I've had cookies. My mom's neighbor made cookies, and those, I was at the point where I needed to go to the hospital. I was in so much pain, but I knew if I showed up, either A, they're not gonna believe me and call me a drug seeker and send me away, or B, you know, they're gonna take hours to get me in And then by that time I'm just a crying puddle on the floor and I don't want to go through with it. And then also when you're in pain like that, the last thing you want is to have an IV inserted, or, you know, to get the shots and people touching you with cold instruments. It's not fun. And, you know, I do things like that in my job, and I understand that some people just can't handle it, and that's fine. But, you know, when you're in pain like that, it's something that you really have to consider, and try and medicating yourself before you go, and it gets to that level. So my mother, her neighbor made cookies or something, and they tasted like shit. They tasted horrible. They were terrible, but they helped so much. I was actually able to sleep, and I was able to eat, and I still had a little bit of pain after eating. So I had a half a cookie and I was out for almost the rest of the day. It just knocked me out my ass, which is fine. And also, if you don't know about eating stuff like this with the CBD, THC, apparently it's like 40 times stronger than smoking it. That's just a random number I threw out there, but it's much stronger and it hits you different. So I was still miserable for like, I don't know, almost an hour. And then I just started to kind of fall out of consciousness, and I was fine. So I was able to sleep for a few hours, and then I woke up and I was still in pain, but it was manageable. So that was really wonderful. And that's something that I recognize is like, now, okay, this is definitely an option for me, because before that point, I never would have done it. Never would have had anything to do with pot or any of that. But now I'm to the point where, one, narcotics treat your body like shit. It's not good for you. It's not good for you long term. And the amount of pain that people like us are in, it's not really how you want to live. It's just completely zoned out and feeling like shit all the time. And then it messes with your liver and your kidneys, and you can get stomach ulcers, and that I don't want that. I'm not in for that. So this is, obviously the cookie completely did me in, but when you're having a flare, sometimes that's just what you need. But these guys, Wana, CBD sour gummies, strawberry. So they have 5 milligrams of CBD and 0.5 milligrams of THC per piece. And this is what the little guy looks like. So they come in a tube and then a little bag, and they actually, I don't know, they taste like, what are those, Jolly Ranchers? They're pretty good. They smell phenomenal. But these have been really helpful. I got these very recently. My mother went to a shop, and the man behind the counter actually had fibro, and he told her that he can smoke as much as he wants and he can still hurt. So he'll take a few of these. And the CBD is what's supposed to be not get you high, but help with pain. And I can't necessarily say that it doesn't do anything to me. I do feel kind of like relaxed after taking it, like mentally more relaxed. But it does really help the kind of deeper muscle pain that maybe you would take a tramadol for. So these things, and you know, you can take as many as you want and you're not gonna mess yourself up, unlike taking narcotics, which I love, because I've been given oxys, Percocet, tramadol. They've tried to give me literally everything. Probably everything but Opana, which is now being discontinued. But anyway, I've been offered and given all the narcotics that exist. I have been offered all of them, and I hate them. They make me feel like crap. They mess with your stomach. It's just not good long term. I don't want to take those long term. So instead of even taking acetaminophen, because I can go through 4,000 milligrams of acetaminophen in like 2 hours, and that's really, really bad for a body. So I'd rather just take something like this, you know? things like this with the CBD make me feel so much better. And then also there are things like tinctures, which are very expensive, but from what my mother is telling me, it just makes you feel a lot better, and you don't use very much, and of course it's better than the narcotics. You're not going to be, you know, selling your fucking car to get a tincture because you just need more. And that's another problem with the narcotics, is I've never had a problem with addiction. I really don't want one. And I'm very scared that something like that would happen to me for the amount of pain that I have. So I highly suggest, if you're in a state, or if you're not, and you know people who will make you some edibles, anything with the CBD, or obviously THC if that's what you're into. But those things have really helped me a whole lot, and the gummies actually work probably within the same amount of time that like acetaminophen would, like 20 or 30 minutes. So that's really helpful, and I wish I could tell you how much those were, but I can't. Also, there's a company called Apothecana, and they have a little lotion. It smells like toothpaste, and it's a white bottle with a green cross on it, and that stuff is really wonderful. It super helps. It's kind of like this stuff, but it has the CBD in it, and it works better than this, but it's a little more expensive. So for more targeted pain, that's also something that is really wonderful. So go out and look into your local pot shop, or you know, the health food store, for some things that are gonna help you with pain that aren't going to be like the narcotics that they love to prescribe us. So good luck.